Hasrin, you're on the back of that huge win against Hougang last weekend, but today is going to
Welcome to a Super Sunday here in the Singapore Premier League. We're coming to you live from the Jurong East Stadium ahead of this match between Tanjong Pagar United and Geylang International. Both teams arriving on the back of big wins on game week 12, setting us up for what should be an intriguing battle here at the Jurong East Stadium. Not long to go for kickoff now. And we are live to you on the One Play Sports Network, AIA Singapore Premier League Facebook page, as well as Singtel and StarHub. I'm Ziaul Raushan, and I thank you for your company this Sunday evening. A quick look at the table will tell us what is at stake for both these teams. Tanjong Pagar United and Geylang International level on 10 points each, separated only by goal difference. And the Young Lions win on Saturday has thrown the bottom half of the table wide open, with just 3 points separating the bottom four as it stands. A win for either side today will give them breathing space amongst the bottom two. And as we continue our build-up to kick-off here at the Jurong East Stadium, let's hear from the coaches, Tanjong Pagar's Hasrin Jalani, followed by Noah Ali of Geylang International.
Hasrin, you're on the back of that huge win against Hougang last weekend, but today is going to be a different challenge, isn't it, with Geylang also coming into this one with a boost in confidence?
Yep, it was a good win for us, but we knew that if we work hard, we believe in the process, and then we will definitely have the win. But I think we need to forget about the last game. We need to focus on this game. So.
Now, if we look at your form, it's been pretty decent, just one loss in your last 5.
Yep.
What will you be expecting from your side here today?
I think statistics don't lie. I think we are the most improved team right now. Among the bottom four, we are the best so far. I think we just have to continue with what we are doing. Like I said, the process is very important. Players now are living in themselves. So we just need to be able to focus from here and just move on and keep on having that winning mentality. Yeah.
Now, you, of course, will be missing a key man in Rushaidi through suspension,
Yeah.
right? So just talk us through your starting 11 here today.
Rushaidi is out due to suspension. It's a one-to-one exchange. Prako will come in as to take over his position. Del is out as well with some medical issues. We are lucky that we got Shake. So basically these two, the rest are all the same. So hopefully we can spring another surprise. But football, we just have to keep focusing and winning. Yeah.
Nur Ali, you got to digest those really important 3 points against Balestier last weekend. So all in all, how is the team feeling going into this one today?
I mean, of course, after coming from a long break, coming back and having a good win against Balestier, of course it feels fantastic, and everybody is feeling motivated and and they are ready to go for today's game. Yeah.
Now, after that win against Balestier, you said that you set out to combat against their physicality. Tanjong Pagar can be a pretty physical side as well, so are we expecting a similar setup here today?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Both teams, maybe Tanjong Pagar has the way of football they want to play, but physically they are same as Balestier. They have big players like Blake, Sharin, Delvinder. They have Rio, they have Luis Junior. These boys are big boys. You have to battle with them physically. And I think it's going to be another tough game for us. The same like we faced against Balestier.
So I heard there are a few changes that you're making today. Just talk us through your starting 11.
I think there's a lot of changes. Basically, I have players out through vaccine. I have so they could not start the game. Harit is suspended. So basically, I only have 4 defenders for today's game, and that's going to be Yuki Berry, Faisal and Afiq. And then I basically will start Elijah, Ilhan and Ashukri in midfield together with Danny. I think that's something that, we got a very young midfield, so we got to look at that. And then and Amy and Moresh is going to be up front, So I think first half we have to be a bit smart tactically, because I think what's important is in the second half when we bring in some quality players in. Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, confidence is high among both those camps, both teams picking up important victories on game week 12. And of course, we are confident of goals here at the Jurong East Stadium. Both these teams have failed to keep clean sheets. Tanjong Pagar with only 1 clean sheet all season, while Geylang International haven't managed to go without conceding since November 2020. The last time these two teams met, it was the opening weekend of the 2021 Singapore Premier League season, and it was Geylang International who won courtesy of a Moresh double. In fact, the Jaguars have lost all 3 encounters to the Eagles since returning to top flight football. And you have to go all the way back to 2012. That was the last time Tanjong Pagar beat Geylang. As I mentioned, there are plenty of players to look out for, and in a short while I will have the team news for you. Both coaches alluding to enforced changes, with kickoff now just minutes away here at the Jurong East Stadium. With the rescheduled fixtures, this will be the last fixture of game week 13. And what a way to end, with plenty weighing on this matchup for the bottom half of the table. There are your match officials for the day. Your match officials dressed in all black today. And here come both those teams, led out by their respective captains. Geylang International in their away strip of pink. As for Tanjong Pagar, they are in blue and white. There are your match officials for today. Referee Farhad Muhammad, he'll be assisted by Abdul Hanan and Alson Fu, as well as the 4th official Ahmad Akasha. And catching images of both these teams exchanging handshakes, you will catch a glimpse of the team news. There have been some enforced changes in the way of suspension. There have also been some injury enforced changes. I will have confirmation of all those team news coming to you very shortly. Once again, a quick confirmation of the match officials for today. Your man in the middle, referee Farhad Muhammad. He'll be assisted by Abdul Hanan and Alson Fu. And the 4th official, Ahmad Akasha. The match commissioner is Muhammad Ismail. And there are fans in attendance if your mics are picking that up. Of course, with COVID restrictions, only 100 have been allowed into the stadium. Here's the team lineup for Tanjong Pagar United, the home team for today. They have 2 enforced changes. Out go Delvinder Singh and Rushaidi Salim. In comes Prakash Raj and the new signing, Shakir Hamza. Also to watch on the bench, Khairul Amri, the veteran striker, came off the bench to score against Hougang United last time out, and he'll be hoping to make a similar sort of impact today. As for the away team, Geylang International, they too have a couple of changes. 2 changes for Geylang International. Harith Kanadi is suspended, and Azri Suhaili misses out due to sickness. In come Ilhan Noor and Elijah Lim. And as Coach Noor Ali alluded to in the pre-match, they will be looking to maintain the score in the first half before making an impact in the second half. As I mentioned earlier, both these teams have struggled to keep clean sheets. Tanjong Pagar just 1 clean sheet, with Geylang not having a clean sheet since November 2020. There's your man, Hazrin Jelani. He was in confident mood in the pre-match, and rightfully so. Tanjong Pagar have only lost 1 of their last 5 games, and they are one of the most improved teams in the league, especially in the bottom half of the table. In your picture there, number 8, Prakash Raj and Shakir Hamza do come into the lineup. For big players, Delvinda and Rushaidi, and they'll have a job to do today. As you can see, Captain Farid Samit leading the pep talk in the pre-match. Luis Junior, your man to look out for, with 7 goals this season, including 2 in the last 2. Has also got plenty of firepower in the supporting cast. As your away team manager, Mohammad Noor Ali, backed in a big way during the mid-season break. He got his defenders, and he's looking to turn things around for the Eagles. The first half of the season did not go to plan for Geylang International, and they'll be hoping to pick things up towards the final stretch of the 2021 season. They did well to pick up a win against Balestier Khalsa last time out, and they'll be hoping for more of the same today. And if you're just joining us, you have joined us at the right time. Kickoff now just minutes away between Tanjong Pagar United and Geylang International at the Jurong East Stadium. Remember, both these teams are tied on 10 points apiece. A win here would give them breathing space against the bottom 2 teams, Balestier Khalsa and the Young Lions. Game week 12, of course, kicked off on Friday with Albrecht Niigata beating Hougang International 2-1. Before the Young Lions beat Balestier Khalsa 2-1. And then we have the third and final match of game week 13 ahead of us, with Geylang International arriving at the Jurong East Stadium to take on Tanjong Pagar. Yuki Ichikawa there in your picture, just getting his arm wrapped up ahead of kickoff, which has, I think, delayed proceedings slightly. As you can see, Tanjong Pagar are ready to roar on the pitch, just waiting for the Geylang International players to take their position. Hard to miss the Geylang boys in their bright pink jerseys. And there they come onto the pitch, into your picture. Danny Kim does make his 2nd consecutive appearance since arriving at the Eagles. And it's those 2 up front that will be a handful for the Tanjong Pagar backline. Mateus Moraes has arrived in a big way in the Singapore Premier League with 9 goals. He scored 2 against today's opponents last time out, and he'll be hoping to do the same, as well as Amy Reka, who's got 6 goals and 2 assists. Your man in the middle, Farhad Muhammad, is the match official. And it does look like kickoff is just now a matter of seconds away as Amy Reka goes into the middle of the park to kick us off. And we are underway here at the Jurong East Stadium. It is Geylang International who kick things off. Barry Maguire with 5 assists, including 1 last time out. Another man to watch straight away, looking for the overlapping run of Ilhan Noor. Unfortunately, that went out of play as Zarfan Rohaizat picks it up for the first goal kick of the day. As you can tell from your pictures, the sun is out at the Jurong East Stadium and temperatures are fairly high. There will be a water break midway through the first half for the players to catch their breath and hopefully catch a sip of water as well. The last time these two teams met was on match day 1 of the Singapore Premier League season. And that was at our Tampines Hub, which is the home stadium of Geylang International. Matthias Maresh looking to lead off. Do watch out for the combination of Maresh and Amy Reka, who have combined very, very well, despite the rest of the team flailing in recent times. Ichikawa with the long punt forward. It does come all the way to Maresh, who has Sabrin for company. Looking for the overlap of Ilhan Noor, who's hit that off Shodai Nishikawa and earns a throw for Geylang International. In your picture there, Ilhan Noor, who's had to step into defense today in the absence of his teammates. Noah Ali was not mincing his words in the pre-match, mentioning how little he had in terms of players, fit players to choose from. They, of course, addressed the issue, signing 2 defenders during the mid-season break. Afiq Yunos as well as Abdil Kaim. Abdil, unfortunately, still out with an injury, although Afiq Yunos is in the lineup and alongside Yuki Ichikawa today. Barry Maguire questioning the decision of the official. And that's Shakir Hamza, who will leave it to Sharin. Back to Shakir, spotting the number 26 for his new club. Passed the yo-yo test last week, kept out as a precaution from last week's lineup, and does eventually make his full debut for Tanjong Pagar. An early talking to here for Barry Maguire, who ran into the back of Luis Junior. Just a warning this time for Barry Maguire, who has 5 assists to his name this season. As in your picture there, Afiq Yunos, number 28, as I mentioned earlier, one of the new defensive signings for Geylang International. Shodai Nishikawa stands over this. He has plenty of height to aim for, with Luis Junior, Blake Rishuto, Rio Nishiguchi as well, all capable in the air. Hairul Shirhan will be keeping his concentration high as Fatullah rolls it off to Shodai. It's ushered out by Ashukri Wahid. Shodai Nishikawa has been in good form, bagged an assist. Last time out, he's got 2 assists and 2 goals this season. Here comes Barry Maguire, looking for Ilhan. Too close for comfort, says the referee, as Tanjong Pagar earn another set-piece opportunity, this time taken short by Blake Rishuto. Lays it off to Shake, who looks for Shodai Nishikawa. Can't find him, but it's Sharin who's gathered the ball all the way back to Zarfan Rohaizat. Morash is quick, I tell you. Zarfan clears his lines as Luis Junior hunts Afiq Yunos down. Here come Geylang International. Morash with the turn. Morash with the shot. That's an early sighter from the Brazilian. He only needs half a chance, this boy. He scored 9 goals. And the moment he turned his defender, he only had one thing on his mind. Look at this. Found space, right leg. Unfortunately, it was high and wide. And Morash is one of those players who doesn't give the defenders a minute's rest. Prakash Raj might have his hands full, I tell you. That's a shot from range. Speculative effort from Elijah Lim. Another one of the new additions to the team this week. Let's have another look. He saw an opportunity and took it first time on his right leg. Unfortunately, not testing Zarfan Rohaizat this time. As Zarfan looks for Prakash on the flank, doesn't find him, goes out for a throw-in that's taken quickly. Barry Maguire. Faisal Roslan. Farid Samit has this, heads it back comfortably to Zarfan Rohaizat. Tanjong Pagar have made it a habit of playing out of the back, but in the early openings here, they have opted to go long rather than play it short. I'm sure the constant pace of Amy Reka and Matthias Moraes played a part in that decision, as well as possibly the absence of Delvinder Singh, who's been a mainstay in the Tanjong Pagar defense. Shakir Hamza is caught in possession there as Moraes, he's gone in full-blooded there, Shakir Hamza. That's a yellow card for Shakir Hamza, 7 minutes into his Tanjong Pagar United debut. A wry smile and a shake of the head. Let's have another look at the challenge. The linesman had his flag up straight away, did lose possession to Amy Reka and then tried to gather it back. Maybe overzealous in the challenge. It does look like Moraes will be good to continue. That's an early yellow card for Shakir Hamza, who'll be walking a tightrope for the remainder of this game. Noali there in your picture, barking instructions to the team as Amy Reka stands over this set piece. It is a two-man wall for Tanjong Pagar United to try and defend this set piece, as Amy Reka will be looking for a pink shirt in the box as he plays this in. Cleared away by Luis Junior. Danny Kim. Blake Rishuto away. Danny Kim gathers again. Farid Samit heads it back to his keeper. Zarfan Rohaizat gathers comfortably. And as you can see, Amy Reka and Matthias Moraes are holding a very high forward pressing line for Geylang International, forcing Zarfan to play it long rather than along to his defenders. Prakash adjudged to have fouled. That's confirmation of the day's first yellow card. Shakir Hamza, welcome back to the Singapore Premier League, Shakir. Barry Maguire launches it long, looking for the run of Moraes. Just a tad too long as Zarfan Rohaizat gathers. And Zarfan took his time there and almost was made to pay. Moraes and Amy really don't give you a minute's rest, not even a second's rest. Always on the front foot, those two. And the Tanjong Pagar backline, including the goalkeeper, will have their hands full. Luis Junior hits the deck. It is a free kick in the way of Tanjong Pagar. And Luis Junior, let's another look at that chance. Zarfan Rohaizat delaying the kick. Moraes straight away on his case to close him down. And eventually he came to nothing, but there's that threat of the effervescent strike force that Geylang International have. Afiq Yunus. Oh, they brought this upon themselves, Geylang, almost. Until Ashukri Wahid, I believe, got the touch away. Captain Farid Samit goes over for the goal kick. Sorry, I do beg your pardon, for the throw-in. He's done well. Ryo Nishiguchi beats the man. Shodai Nishikawa was in the box, and he'll chase this down. He has Blake Rishuto behind him as an option. Unfortunately, he ran out of space there, Shodai. He's, of course, one of the wing-backs in this, call it a 3 at the back or 5 at the back system that the Jaguars like to employ. And Shodai Nishikawa has done ever so well in that position, showing plenty of industry as well as impetus going forward. Laid it on a plate for Luis Junior last time out. And as you can see in the top of your picture, Shodai is, of course, now the furthest man forward for Tanjong Pagar. Shake loses possession. Barry Maguire hits the deck. Coming together between him and Shake. Only 12 minutes played, but the game is already reaching its boil between the players, at least. And it does look like Farhat Muhammad will have his hands full as the game wears on. Danny Kim to the back. Afiq Yunus looking for Faisal. Faisal Roslan has done well to lay it off. Amy Reka will be in a foot race with Farid Samin, and he's won that. Faris did ever so well to prevent him from getting a further touch on the ball, and Geylang International settle for a corner kick that Amy Reka will go over to take. Farid Samin knew he would not be favourite in a foot race with Amy, but used his guile and experience to just kick the ball out for a corner kick. Bit of defending here to do for the Jaguars. Here comes Amy. Looking for a pink shirt. Zarfan Raizat got a touch to it, an important touch, but Barry Maguire keeps it alive and looks to play it in. That's gone all the way through. And that's the opening goal. It is Ilhan Noor, who I believe got the final touch to give Geylang International the lead here. And it's the away team who've come to the Jurong East Stadium and taken the lead. It all started from this Amy Reka corner, which Zalfran punched out. Barry Maguire, though, kept it alive. Looked for a pink shirt on his left leg. Moresh got a touch. Ilhan Noor knocked it in beyond Zarfan Raizat. And that's the opening goal for the Eagles, who have taken off here at the Jurong East Stadium. 14 minutes played here at the Jurong East Stadium, and it's that man in your picture, Ilhan Noor, who's given Geylang International a 1-0 lead against Tanjong Pagar United. I mentioned in the pre-match build-up, both these teams have struggled to keep clean sheets. In fact, both of them have conceded 32 goals up until today's match. Tanjong Pagar, of course, have conceded a 33rd. There's a long, long way to go in this game yet, but it's Geylang International who have something to hang on to. And you can see at the bottom of your picture, there are fans outside the perimeter of the fence, tuning in, catching a glimpse of this Soccer Sunday in the Singapore Premier League. 100 fans have, of course, been allowed into the stadiums, aligned with the prevailing pandemic protocols. As Shodai Nishikawa looks to give Tanjong Pagar something. Here comes the ball from Shodai. Hairul out quickly off his line to punch. And Shodai too close for comfort as the Geylang player hit the deck. And it's broken for a set piece that Faisal Roslan will come over to take. I'm sure Noor Ali will be pleased with the impact Ilhan Noor has had, included in the lineup due to injuries to other defenders. Ilhan has gone on to make an impact in the attacking third, grabbing the opener here for Geylang International. And there he is, making a nuisance of himself, and Shodai Nishikawa was taking no chances. And it's Captain Ichikawa who's come all the way through to take this throw in. Moresh hits the deck. Does get a hand up from the match official as well. As Geylang International have yet another set piece opportunity to threaten the Tanjong Pagar goal. The two-man wall of Prakash Raj and Fatullah Rahmat. Here comes Amy's ball. That was a header that looked to be going on target from Afiq Yunus, who's claiming it got a touch off a Tanjong Pagar player on the way out. Nothing doing, says the referee. As Tanjong Pagar gets us underway, Shodai Nishikawa tries to keep it in play, does keep it in play. As your match stats thus far, 17 minutes played, it's 4 shots, all going in the way of Geylang. Tanjong Pagar have offered precious little going forward thus far. Yuki Ichikawa was caught in a spot of bother for Balestier's goal last week. Thankfully for him, his team recovered and recovered well to win that match 3-1. Shaki with the assertive header away. That was a late challenge that's left the Tanjong Pagar player on the deck. It is Anaki Ismit who came off worse. The challenge from Afiq Yunus earns him a yellow card. Let's have another look at this. Wasn't looking at the ball now, was he? And that's certainly a yellow card. Referee Farhad Mohammed, in no doubt, straight away pulled out the yellow card. Sharon Sabrin will get us underway with the free kick. Looking for Ryo Nishiguchi. He's left it for Prakash Raj to get us underway with the throw-in. Confirmation of the yellow card. The second yellow card of the day. This time goes in the way of a Geylang international player, number 28, Afiq Yunus. Farid has come all the way over to take the throw-in. Anaki, Blake, Farid, Blake, looking for his options. Blake Rishuto doesn't find one, decides to go back. Sharin Sabrin has found Farid in space. Anaki Ismit and Faisal Roslan tussling for the ball there. Does look like it is a Geylang international throw-in that Faisal Roslan will take. Faisal Roslan, of course, has 1 goal to his name this season. And of course, after today, Ilhan Noor has a Singapore Premier League goal in the 2021 season as well. Emireka looks for Ilhan Noor. Zarfan comes out quickly to gather. For a minute there, it looked like Ilhan Noor was in space. Zarfan, though, was quick off his line to come and gather. Shake. Ichikawa's done ever so well. Luis Junior judged to have sent Ilhan Noor to the deck, and that is a Geylang international free kick. You can see what Luis Junior thinks of that decision. Luis Junior has contributed 7 goals this season to the Jaguars, but overall it's his hold-up play that's allowed his teammates to come into the equation. That has really been a highlight of his year. Barry Maguire for Geylang International launches it long, looking for Moresh. Once again, Zarfan Rohaizat quick off his line, knows the threat posed by Moresh and Emireka. Zarfan launches it long, looking for a teammate. Prakash looking to keep this in play. It's Farid Samit who will take this ball forward for Tanjong Pagar. Nishiguchi lays it off to Anaki, who's done well. Looking to play the ball in, but his attempt was foiled. But it's Tanjong Pagar who gather possession. Farid's to Prakash, to Anaki. Got the ball, says the referee, as Geylang International come forward. Shaki with an important touch to deny Amy Reka running through. And it's back with Farid here, the ball. Nishiguchi. It's Ichikawa and Luis Junior. It's Ichikawa who eventually cleared the ball. Only as far as a throw-in. And it seems it did touch Luis Junior on the way out, and it's a Geylang International throw-in. There is a player down on the far left of the pitch. Does look like it's Faisal Roslan, who was in a bit of a tussle with Anaki Ismet minutes ago. It does look like he might be in a bit of pain. He's pointing to his right knee as the physio is on the pitch to check if everything is okay with Faisal Roslan. The last thing Geylang International will need is a defender to be injured, especially with resources running really, really low in that department for the Eagles. As per regulations, Faisal Roslan will have to go off the pitch before coming back on if he is fit enough to continue. It does look like he's going to run it off. There's that probably half a challenge from Faisal Roslan on Anaki Ismet. Seems like Faisal has come off worse, but I can confirm that he does look to be in a bit of pain. Whether he'll be good enough to continue, we will know very shortly. In the meantime, though, Geylang International will play on with 10 men. They have possession of the ball with this throw-in. Moresh. Shaki Hamza went in assertively. Shaki Hamza, of course, has to be careful. He is already on a yellow card. Look at this from Shaki. Left Moresh on the deck. Long way to go in this game, so Shaki Hamza has to be very, very careful, especially with a yellow card already to his name. And I'm sure that's not the last time we'll see a tussle between Moresh and Shaki. Khairul. Looking for Ilhan. Finds Ilhan. Ilhan didn't have an option. Loses the ball. It's Blake Rishuto who's gathered it for Tanjong Pagar. Shaki Hamza. Again, it's those two, Moresh and Shaki. The referee signals the water break midway through the first half. If you're just joining us, thank you for your company this Sunday evening. It is Geylang International who lead 1-0 against Tanjong Pagar United. Ilhan Noor with the goal for Geylang International after 13 minutes to give his team a precious lead midway through this first half. And out of your picture, it does look like Faisal Roslan is good to continue. Let's have another look at the goal. Of course, came from a corner that Barry Maguire kept. And then Barry put a ball into the box that Moresh got a touch on. Ilhan Noor with the final touch into the back of the net. And that was 1-0 Geylang International after 13 minutes here at the Jurong East Stadium. No chance for Zarfan Rohaizat in the Tanjong Pagar goal. And I'm sure you are listening to the fans who are singing. There are 100 fans in attendance here at the Jurong East Stadium. And I'm sure there's plenty more fans watching in the comfort of their home on Facebook or on Singtel or StarHub. We do thank you for your company. This contest, of course, is only in its infancy, just 26 minutes played. Plenty of football left to be played between these two teams who are essentially in the wrong end of the table, but are fighting to finish as high as they can. Before kickoff, both of them were tied on 10 points apiece, with just goal difference separating them. As Anaki Ismet looks to change that, Ilhan Noor denying the ball in. Anaki Ismet scored his first Singapore Premier League goal last time out against Hougang. And this time, though, he's only earned a corner for his team that Shodai Nishikawa stands over. Shodai looking for a white and blue shirt. All the way to Hairul Shiran, who's done well to come out and gather. And then now he launches it long, looking for a pink shirt. Only finds Sharin. Fatullah loses possession. Amy Reka does well. To Moresh. Ilhan looking to get the better of Shodai. Shake Hamza with a defensive touch that's allowed Tanjong Pagar to regain possession. Anaki looked for a teammate, couldn't find it, and it's gone back into possession of Geylang International up until that foul by Blake Rishuto. That's left Danny Kim on the deck. Danny. Faisal Roslan. Barry Maguire. Moresh has done ever so well. Ashukri looking to take the play on and plays a ball, a searching ball, looking for Ilhan Noor in the box. Unfortunately, there was too much weight on it. Ashukri Wahid, number 14. Real diminutive player, not the tallest on the pitch. For the first time, I think, today, Tanjong Pagar are looking, well, I just said, looking to play it out in the back, and then Sharin Sabrin launches it long. Has come back for Sharin to deal with. Blake Rishuto taking no chances, launches it long. Barry Maguire has Luis Junior for company, and that might be short. The keeper was quick off his line. Hairul Shiran was taking no chances with the lurking Luis Junior. Barry Maguire looking to head it back to his keeper. Unfortunately, lacked the pace on the header that put Hairul in a spot of bother. Shake Hamza looking for the run of Shodai Nishikawa, has found him, has gone all the way into the middle. Faisal Roslan was on hand. Gets a high five from his goalkeeper. It was Shake's ball that found Shodai, who then put it into an inviting area. Unfortunately, it was a pink shirt that was on the scene to clear the ball for another Tanjong Pagar United corner. And as you can see, the sun is getting in the way of Moresh as Shodai plays this in. Anaki looking to keep it alive. All the way back to Faritz, to Prakash. Prakash plays the ball in. Unfortunately, couldn't find a player and has gone all the way out for a goal kick. Prakash, of course, joined the team midway through the 2021 season, affectionately known as Prako, I gather, as Hazrin Jalani alluded to in the pre-match. Has filled the void left by Rushaidi Salim, who's of course suspended for this game. As Geylang International look to play it out of the back, Barry Maguire launches it long to find Faisal Roslan. Afiq Yunus Keeping clean sheets, of course, was a big problem for Geylang International. But the arrival of Afik seems to have steadied things at the back for the Eagles. And at the moment, Tanjong Pagar in a bit of a spot of bother, looking a bit confused at the back. Ashukri. Danny Kim. Looking for the overlap. Finds Ashukri. Moresh. Moresh with the shot from range. Had the precision, lacked the power. And it was a fairly straightforward catch for Zarfan Rohaizat. Zarfan launches it long, looking for Rio Nishiguchi, who's done well to keep it in play. To Prakash. Luis Junior. Faisal Roslan was having none of it. That's a ball for Amy Reka to chase. Unfortunately, the flag was up. And Amy Reka was in an offside position. This angle will tell us it was a fraction too soon, perhaps, as he looked to run behind the Tanjong Pagar backline. And after 33 minutes, it's Geylang International who lead 1-0. That was, of course, the first offside call of the game as well. Danny Kim and Blake Rishuto tussling for the ball. Ilhan Noor has hit the deck. No foul, says the referee, as Rio Nishiguchi takes a shot on his left leg. That's gone just wide. Rio Nishiguchi scored against Hougang United last time out to add to his 5 goals altogether this season. That wasn't anywhere close to being his 6th. On the left leg, turn, shot, skewed it wide. No real trouble for Hairul Shirhan. Will get us underway with the goal kick for Geylang International. Ashukri's done ever so well to keep it. Looking for the run of Moresh. Moresh looking for Ilhan Noor. And I must say, Ilhan Noor has had a real impact in the first half. More than once found himself in space in the opposition area. This time, though, his teammate Moresh could not find him with the pass. Rio Nishiguchi will hunt this down and play the ball in. He's done just that. As Shodai Nishikawa, Danny Kim did ever so well to get an important touch. Ilhan Noor launches it long in a foot race between Shake and Amy. And Shake Hamza has put the ball into the back of his own net. Confusion there between Zarfan Rohaizat and Shakir Hamza. And that's gifted Geylang International a second goal. Ilhan Noor with the long ball forward. Shaki and Amy on a foot race. Shaki was looking for his keeper, who was nowhere to be found. And as far as debuts for your club go, Shaki Hamza is having an absolute nightmare. "36 minutes played here at the Jurong East Stadium. And it's Geylang International who lead 2-0. In your picture there, the Geylang International fans cannot believe their luck. They're dressed in pink, and at 2-0 up, they look pretty in pink. Shakir Hamza will be looking to make amends. Shakir Hamza, of course, coming in for Delvinder Singh, who was unwell. And I'm not sure he'll look back on the first half in Tanjong Pagar colours very fondly. First he got an early yellow card. Then he watched as his team conceded an Ilhan Noor header. And then after 35 minutes on his debut, he scored an own goal. An unfortunate communication breakdown between him and Zarfan Raizat. And here come Geylang International again. They smell blood, and it's Ilhan Noor who's tapped home for 3. And the Eagles are in the ascendancy. It's Ilhan Noor with his second goal of the day. Once again, Amy Reka and Matthias Moraes involved. Amy laid it off to Moraes, who took the shot. Zarfan spilled it. Ilhan Noor on the scene to make it 3-0 to Geylang International. I could have sworn Noor Ali said in the pre-match they were going to take it easy in the first half. Geylang International have done anything but take it easy. And it's a case of when it rains, it pours for Tanjong Pagar United. The next 8 minutes of the first half will be crucial for Tanjong Pagar. They cannot let this slip any further. Ilhan Noor confirmation with his second goal of the day. And he had a part to play in the other goal as well. So Ilhan Noor is having a day to remember, really. A half to remember. And there's still a second half to come. Ryo Nishiguchi. Elijah almost put his team in a spot of bother. Ashukri couldn't keep it in play, and that's gone out for a Tanjong Pagar United throw-in. Ryo Nishiguchi wasting no time. Prakash, Anaki, Blake, Patula, back to Blake. Blake lays it off to Rio. Faisal Roslan got in the way. And the Geylang fans are in full voice here at the Jurong East Stadium now. Confirmation of the own goal by Shakir Hamza. As luck would have it, the number 26 scored that own goal, that unfortunate own goal in the 26th minute. Tanjong Pagar United had only lost one of their previous 5 coming into today, but it's going to take something spectacular from the Jaguars to avoid defeat today. Barry Maguire. Launched long by Ilhan Noor. Faritz to Shakir. Blake to Faritz. Has Moraes for company. Has Amy for company. Done well, Faritz. Unfortunately couldn't find a teammate. There's a break in play that allows Geylang to just slow things down as they look to maintain their 3-goal cushion into the halftime break. Blake Rashuto done ever so well. Can't get past Moraes. That's gone out for a Tanjong Pagar throw-in that Shakir Hamza will take. Shakir launches it long, looking for Luis Junior. Gets the flick on, but only as far as Afiq Yunus, who's done ever so well. Here come Geylang again. Ashukri lost the ball. Afiq Yunus stepped out his backline well to gather possession. Ashukri looking for the run of Moraes, couldn't find it. And it's Farid Samit who will play us out through Blake Rishuto. Anaki looking for the return pass, he's got it. And now Anaki is looking for options. Luis Junior. That's a good option. To Prakash, who looks for a blue shirt. Hyrule was out off his line quickly together, despite the attention of Anaki. The referee has said there was a foul in the build-up, and it is a free kick in the way of Geylang International. 42 minutes played at the Jurong East Stadium, and it's the away team, Geylang International, who've really made an impact with 3 goals, including 2 for Ilhan Noor, and an own goal by Shaki Hamza has given the Eagles a comfortable 3-0 lead against the Jaguars, who've looked fairly hapless thus far. Afigunos back to his goalkeeper, who then launches it long. That was an assertive challenge from Prakash. Has left the Geylang player on the deck. And it's a free kick for that challenge on Ashukri Wahid. Faisal Roslan tries to get it started quickly. Unfortunately put Danny Kim in a bit of a problematic situation. That's then resulted. Let's have another look at the challenge. Ashukri. Oh, Prakash got none of the ball. And I'm sure he knew it as well. It's Fatullah looking for the overlap. Has found Rio Nishiguchi. To Blake Risciuto. That's a chance gone begging as Blake Risciuto puts the ball back in. Luis Junior is still looking to put a shot on goal, but it's Hairul Shirhan who's done ever so well to gather possession and just calm things down. Since conceding the 3rd goal, Tanjong Pagar have tried to give a response, and they've had a few more flashes in front of goal. This, the latest from Luis Junior. That wasn't a really troubling Hairul Shirhan. Elijah. It's Shake who's got the final touch. It does look like we'll have 2 minutes of added time as the first half draws to a close. Ichikawa gets us underway with the throw-in. Shake Hamza, first time, high and away. Danny Kim gathers possession for the Eagles. Back to Afik Yunus. To Barry Maguire. Switches play looking for Faisal Roslan, has done ever so well to do so. Has given Moresh something to chase. Zafran Raizad way off his line. And then he nudged it onto Moresh to then earn Tanjong Pagar a goal kick. Farid Samit looking at his options. And he launches it long to give Shodai something to chase. Luis Junior looking for Shodai. Ichikawa got an all-important touch before Barry Maguire was on the scene. Ilhan Noor is trying to keep it in play. He's gone up, says the referee, as Blake Risciuto gathers the ball to take a quick throw-in. Unsurprisingly, Tanjong Pagar showing plenty of urgency at the moment. Shaki Hamza instead will take the throw. Luis Junior and Blake Risciuto. It is Junior who takes the ball, as Luis Junior looks to beat the player. Unfortunately, ran out of space, and the ball has gone out for a goal kick. Confirmation of the 2 additional minutes. The only real stoppage of play was when Faisal Roslan went down with what looked to be an injury. Thankfully, he was fit enough to continue. As Hairul Shirhan gets us underway with the long ball. Shakes hit the deck, and that is a Tanjong Pagar free kick. Sharin Sabrin. Luis Junior. Faisal Roslan with such an important touch, stretched as he might to clear the ball and then completes the clearance. Sharin to Farid. Just the sensible thing of passing it back to his centre-back, Shakir. Looking for the run of Shodai Nishikawa, has found Shodai Nishikawa. And it's Blake Rushuto who's kept it alive for the Jaguars. Had two for company, Ichikawa and Ilhan Noor. And he settles for a corner kick that Shodai will take. One last set-piece opportunity of the first half for Tanjong Pagar to give themselves something to cling on to. Shodai plays it short to Fatullah. Looking to surprise the Geylang backline with that training ground routine. Didn't come off, and Shodai fails to stay onside. And it does look like that will be the end of the first half here at the Jurong East Stadium. And as you can see from your pictures, it's the Geylang International fans who are celebrating. What a half Geylang International have had here at the Jurong East Stadium. They scored 3 goals against Tanjong Pagar United to lead 3-0 at the break. Ilhan Noor with 2 of the 3 before the unfortunate Shaki Hamza scored an own goal to give Geylang International such a comfortable lead at halftime. The second half is about 10 minutes away. Do join us for that. Welcome back to the Jurong East Stadium. The first half between Geylang International and Tanjong Pagar United has been all Geylang. The Eagles are clearly in the ascendancy, scoring 3 good goals in the first half. Let's have a look at how they started the rout. It was Ilhan Noor who got the goals going. Barry Maguire keeping it alive after the corner kick. For Moresh, latched onto it to send it through to Ilhan Noor, who had the final touch. Let's have another look from Barry Maguire's left boot to Moresh's head, onto Ilhan Noor. Zarfan Rohaiza didn't stand a chance in the Tanjong Pagar goal, and that was 1-0 Geylang International after 13 minutes. And Ilhan Noor again involved for Geylang International's second. An unfortunate error by Shake Hamza, looking for his goalkeeper, couldn't find his goalkeeper. All he found was the back of the net. An unfortunate own goal on his debut for Tanjong Pagar United gave Geylang a 2-goal cushion. Look at that, Zalfran Rohaiza off his line. Unfortunately, Shake wasn't aware. And it would get worse for the Jaguars. Moresh looking for Amy Reka. And then Amy laid it off for Moresh. Zarfan Rohaiza could only parry it as far as Ilhan Noor, who was on hand to tap in for his second goal of the day and the third for Geylang International. And after 37 minutes, it was Geylang International 3, Tanjong Pagar United 0. Look at this, Ilhan Noor, right place, right time to make it 3. Tanjong Pagar improved after conceding the third. And this was one of the chances as they look to climb this steep, steep mountain. Luis Junior, unsurprisingly involved, beating the player and then getting the shot, a tame shot, I must say, on target that Hairul Shirhan gratefully gathered. And that was that as far as the first half went. Let's have a look at the match stats. Unsurprisingly, it's been all Geylang International. 6 shots, 3 of those have been on target and 3 of those have found the back of the net. There have been 1 yellow card apiece for Shake Hamza and Afiq Yunus respectively. Apart from that, we have seen precious little from Tanjong Pagar in the way of going forward. They do have a big, big task ahead of them. They are unbeaten in the last... They've only lost 1 game in the last 5 games. They will have to do something special to avoid another defeat. The second 45 is not far away. Do stay with us for that. Very warm welcome back to the Jurong East Stadium ahead of the second half between Tanjong Pagar United and Geylang International. As you can see, it's been all Geylang in the first half. The Eagles ascending to a comfortable 3-goal lead. Ilhan Noor at the double, sandwich between a Shakir Hamza own goal on his debut for the Jaguars. The Jaguars have a mountain to climb in the second 45. And it does look like there is a substitution about to happen for Tanjong Pagar. It does look like Khairul Amri is about to come off the bench, and he will replace number 8, Prakash Raj. Clearly an attacking substitution for the Tanjong Pagar team. Also in the picture, Christopher Van Huysen, he's about to come on. He's replacing the man who scored 2 goals for Geylang International, Ilhan Noor. The youngster who has made a splash coming into the team has apparently given it his all and will sit out the second half. In his place comes Christopher Van Huysen, who's got 2 assists this season. And then at the bottom of your picture, the attacking substitution for Tanjong Pagar United. Confirmation, it is number 3 off number 22, Christopher Van Huysen on for Geylang International. And the other substitution, number 8, Prakash Raj comes off for number 19, Khairul Amri. He scored 2 goals this season, including 1 last time out against Hougang United. He will be hoping to make a scoring impact today for the Jaguars as they look to climb this mountain. It is Tanjong Pagar who will get us underway for this second half. The man in the middle, Farhad Mohammed, dished out 2 yellow cards in the first half. 1 to Shakir Hamza and then 1 to Afiq Yunus. Confirmation from his 4th official, whistle in his mouth. Last check of the stopwatch. And we are off for the second half here at the Jurong East Stadium. Tanjong Pagar United with a mountain to climb. Blake Rishuto to Shakir Hamza. An early foul by Ichikawa. If Tanjong Pagar want to stay alive in this contest, they need a goal and they need it quick. The man in the picture, Khairul Amri, has been brought on with that reason in mind. They will be praying Amri can make an impact. As Shodai Nishikawa comes over. Shodai Nishikawa, of course, has 2 assists to go with his 2 goals this year. And he plays the ball in looking for a blue and white shirt. But it's the pink wall that's cleared it as Ashukri Wahid takes it forward. Ashukri with Fatullah for company. It does look like Fatullah has conceded the free kick and picked up a yellow card. Let's have another look. Ashukri almost getting away, but Fatullah pulled it down to the deck and got a yellow card. Confirmation of the yellow card. Fatullah Rahmat. The second yellow card for Tanjong Pagar United. And he will form the wall with Anaki Ismit. As Christopher Van Huysen, also a second half substitute, stand on this for Geylang International. You do feel if Geylang get 1 more goal, this game might be over as a contest. Zarfan Raizat had Barry Maguire for company. And he's making the point known to the match official. And I'm sure the mic picked up the word interfere. Play on, says Farhad Muhammad, as Matthias Moresh has possession of the ball, beats the player. The judge to have been offside there, the Brazilian. Let's have another look at Zarfan Rohaizad's attempted clearance. Barry Maguire, he tried to get out of his way. Unfortunately, still got in the way. But it is Tanjong Pagar who get us underway by virtue of this offside call. Zarfan Rohaizad with the dead ball. Zarfan Rohaizad does look to have become the de facto #1 for the Jaguars, displacing Fasha Iskandar in recent weeks. Speaking of #1s, we've seen Hairul Sherhan take over from Zainul Ghulam for Geylang International as well. Defending has not been the strong suit for both these teams, and they've tried to address it with various different changes, including new signings. Unfortunately for Tanjong Pagar, the new signing, Shakir Hamza, has had a first half to forget. Conceded 3, including scoring an unfortunate own goal, as well as picking up a yellow card early on. Zarfan Rohaizad throws it out to Shakir. Can't find a teammate as Ichikawa lays it off to Danny Kim. Barry Maguire has Luis Junior for company. All the way back to Hairul. Only as far as Blake, who's looking to keep it in play. Anaki's done ever so well to keep it in play. And Blake Risciuto to Amri, to Anaki. Who's looking for a teammate in the box, doesn't find it. Fatullah. Fatullah has really been a composing presence in the past few weeks in that Tanjong Pagar engine room. Unfortunately, it's been a bit of a baptism of fire for him today against Geylang International, as Moresh looked to get on the end of that long ball, doesn't get to it. It's Farid Samit who latches onto his keeper's throw. Shodai Nishikawa has kept it in play. Launched it long for Rio to chase. Rio has Faisal Roslan for company. Unfortunately, Rio Nishiguchi could not do much in that enclosed space, and it's gone out for a Geylang International throw-in. Faisal Roslan, who had a bit of an injury scare in the first half, thankfully looks fit enough to continue and has seemingly ran off that injury. Shodai Nishikawa's done ever so well to give Luis Junior something to chase. Luis Junior earns a corner for Tanjong Pagar. Once again have to force the issue, press the issue, and look to get a goal back as soon as they can. And it's again Shodai Nishikawa who stands on this corner for the Jaguars. Here comes Shodai Nishikawa. Looking for a blue shirt. It was Afik Yunus who I believe got the touch away, and that's Fatullah from range. Fatullah caught it well first time. Let's have another look on the right leg. Did hit a Geylang International player on the way through and has gone out for yet another corner kick for the Jaguars. Here comes Shodai. Can't find a teammate. Amri. And that's the first shot on goal for Khairul Amri since coming on. In the end, it was a harmless shot from Khairul Amri that went wide as Barry Maguire launches this long from the back. Anaki Ismet to Blake Risciuto. Has found Luis Junior, who's got Afik Yunus for company. And Ichikawa. And the Geylang backline doing ever so well to deal with Luis Junior, who does that holding up play to perfection at times, but today he's come up against Afik Yunus and Barry Maguire and Ichikawa, who haven't given him a yard space. Elijah looked to launch it long. Unfortunately, Fatullah's hand got in the way, and that will give Geylang International the free kick. Barry Maguire to Danny Kim. I tell you what, if Geylang International are to continue their recovery in form, I'm sure keeping a clean sheet today would go a long, long way in gaining them some confidence. This Geylang team have yet to keep a clean sheet since November 2020. That's towards the tail end of last season. Since then, they've conceded 32 goals in 12 games this season. And it's Fatullah who looks to put a dent into Geylang's lead, picking out Shodai Nishikawa. Afik Yunus on the scene to get an important touch away. Fatullah found Shodai in space, and Shodai Nishikawa just wanted to put it into an inviting area for his teammate. Afik Yunus on hand to launch it away and clear the danger. What a signing Afik Yunus has been, early days yet, but arrived from Hougang United to address the deficiencies of the Eagles' backline. And that's Blake Rashuto, who's got a header on target. Hairul Shirhan clinging onto the ball at the second time of asking. It does look like he's come off worse. Once again, Shodai Nishikawa's corner, finding Blake Rashuto. Hairul denied it at first and then grasped onto the ball at the second time of asking. Did look like there was a trailing foot amidst all that. But on comes the Geylang International physio. In your picture there, Noor Ali looking to mastermind the turnaround for Geylang International, a team he led to 4th place last year. Started the season poorly with problems in defense and as well as in his back room. They've spent the time in the season to address those issues. And as far as these opening exchanges of the second half of the season have gone, they've done very well. As you can see in your picture, the Geylang International fans, some in pink, some in the customary green, on hand all the way at the Jurong East Stadium to support their teams. And I'm sure there's plenty of you cheering on from home as well. We do thank you for your company on this Sunday evening here in the Singapore Premier League. Afik Yunus to Mateus Moresh. Danny Kim, what a calming presence Danny Kim has provided in that middle of the park for the Eagles, exchanging passes with Barry, who looks for Ashukri. His first touch unfortunately let him down, Ashukri. And it's Tanjong Pagar who get us underway with the throw-in. Farid Samit looking for Nishiguchi, who's done well to beat Elijah, and then look for the run of Khairul Amri. Ichikawa and Amri with the tangle. The man in the middle said play on. And that's exactly what Geylang are doing with Christopher Van Huysen, who's almost found Amy Reka. But it was Sharon Sabrin who put in a last-ditch tackle to deny Amy Reka the opportunity. Have a look at this. Khairul Amri and Yuki Ichikawa coming together in the box. I can't say that was a clear-cut call for the referee. He has given the advantage to Geylang, who now have this corner kick, and it's Van Huysen with the ball. It's Amri who's done ever so well. And he's got the support of Faritz as well as Shodai. Faritz has not got the pace to catch on to Shodai's pass, and then it's Hairul who's come off his line to gather and quell the danger for Geylang International. Barry Maguire. Back to his goalkeeper. Unsurprisingly, Geylang are in no rush. They do have a comfortable 3-0 cushion. And it's Tanjong Pagar who are in a rush to at least pull one back. And Amri's gone down again, nothing doing, says the referee. As Barry Maguire launches it long. And it's come all the way to Moresh, who has a chance here and has space. Farid Samit looking to close down the danger. It is Moresh. Zarfan Rohaizat did ever so well to deny Moresh. Matthias Moresh beat Farid and then took the shot on goal. Zarfan Rohaizat stood strong, stood tall to deny the Brazilian. And crucially, deny Geylang International what would have been a 4th goal on the day. It's Amy Reka who's come over to take this corner. Looking for a pink shirt. It's Shaki who heads it away. Danny Kim put the ball back in. Found the head of Barry Maguire, but it was a tame effort that Zarfan Rohaizat gathered. Faisal Roslan's done ever so well to deny Luis Junior the ball. As Geylang come again through Amy Reka. Ashukri. Moresh. Back to Amy Reka. Moresh. And the flag has gone up. That's not going to count. But what an outstanding passage of play from Geylang International up until the flag went up. Unsurprisingly, it's the Brazilian Moresh who was in the center of it all. Moresh with the quick pass back. And he was offside when he received the ball from Amy Reka. But at the moment, it does look like Geylang International are the likely team to add to the goals today. You do feel like another goal for Geylang International would effectively end this game as a contest. For now, though, Tanjong Pagar are holding firm in the second half at least. As Blake Risciuto looks to bring the ball forward for the Jaguars. On hand, Barry Maguire to quell the danger. Passes it back to Hairul, who launches it long and finds Christopher Van Huysen, who's kept it in play. It's Danny Kim to Ichikawa. Anywhere will do for Ichikawa. It's Shaki and Amy who are tussling for the ball. It's Shaki who wins it. Back to his teammate Sharin. Blake Risciuto with the knock-on, only as far as Barry Maguire, who again has had a composed display. Farid Samit. Faisal Roslan once again first to the ball, denying Rio Nishiguchi any space, any time. Farid Samit picks out Luis Junior with the throw. Nishiguchi's done ever so well. Looking for a teammate. Lays it off for Luis Junior. Ashukri Wahid was taking no chances and cleared it away. Rio Nishiguchi looking for a teammate. Blake Risciuto denied by Barry Maguire's face by the look of things. Anaki Ismit keeps it alive for the Jaguars. Khairul Amri with the low ball that's found Luis Junior. That's half a chance. And this man only needs half a chance. Luis Junior has pulled one back for the Jaguars. And that sparked this contest into life. An hour played here at the Jurong East Stadium. And Tanjong Pagar United have a lifeline. Khairul Amri involved. Blake Risciuto with the touch. Luis Junior only had one thing on his mind, and that was to find the back of the net. Luis Junior with his 8th goal of the season. And crucially reducing Geylang International's advantage to just 2 goals. This man has led the Jaguars from the front this year, and unsurprisingly, he's the one who's given his team a lifeline. Still about half an hour to go here at the Jurong East Stadium. And if you've just joined us, I suggest you stick with us. This game is going to be very, very exciting, with both these teams tussling for all 3 points. In your picture, Matthias Moraes, a man who's got 9 goals this season. Hasn't scored today, though. Luis Junior. A bit of an afters there on Afiq Yunus. Referee Farhad Mohammed on the scene just to calm things down. This is when Geylang International need concentration to keep the Jaguars at bay. They do have a set piece to defend. It is a talking to for Afiq and Luis Junior. Let's have a look at another this. There we go, a quick tussle, tug of the shirt. And then Luis Junior clearly unhappy. Unsurprisingly, tensions are running high. And it does look like Tanjong Pagar will have to retake this free kick as they look to play it quick. And it's Shodai Nishikawa who's come over to deliver this set piece. Once again, the Jaguars have plenty of height to aim for. They've shown their prowess in the heading department at various junctures this season. As Shodai Nishikawa looks for Rio Nishiguchi, and that was a header that went on target. Unfortunately, lacked the power to go past Hairul. And 65 minutes played here at the Jurong East Stadium. And all of a sudden, Geylang don't look all that comfortable. Amy Reka looking for Moraes. A flag's gone up. The Brazilian is in denial. But the referee's decision is final, and it's Tanjong Pagar who get us underway. Let's have another look at the chance. Shodai Nishikawa looking for Rio Nishiguchi. As Tanjong Pagar look to force the issue. Another goal here for the Jaguars would certainly throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Khairul Amri launches it long for Shodai to chase. Unfortunately, Shodai Nishikawa couldn't keep the ball under control as Luis Junior ushers the ball out to pick us underway with a throw-in. As Khairul Amri goes forward, looking for Shodai, who's onside. Nope, the flag eventually went up against the Japanese fullback. And Geylang International live to fight another day. Geylang are living very dangerously at the moment. Once again, Khairul Amri this time forcing the issue, beating the player, and then looking for the run of Shodai. The Geylang backline doing well to step up. As Hairul gets us underway. Coming together between Sharin and Amy. And it's Tanjong Pagar who have possession of the ball with the free kick. Farid launches it long, looking for the run of Rio Nishiguchi. Afiq Yunus on hand to head back to his goalkeeper. Barry Maguire launches it long. Looking for Amy Reka. Sharin did ever so well. And Sharin stayed on the deck here. And Amy is in disbelief that he drew a foul there. All eyes on the ball for both these players. It did look like an innocuous coming together. But it is Tanjong Pagar who get us started with the free kick. Zarfan Rohaizat looking for a blue and white shirt, does find Luis Junior, who's done well to keep it alive. Nishiguchi has Faisal for company. I do apologize for any language the microphones may have picked up, but it did look like Faisal Roslan was going for the ball. Whether he got it or not, no, says the referee, as Farhat Muhammad is on the scene to issue Faisal Roslan a yellow card. Let's have another look at the replay. Rio Nishiguchi in space. Oh, didn't get the ball at all. All player. And the assistant referee, of course, was in close attendance and had his flag up fairly quickly. Confirmation of the second yellow card of the day for Geylang International. That's Faisal Roslan, who joins his teammate Afiq Yunus in the book. Two other Tanjong Pagar players have, of course, been in the book as well, Shakir Hamza and Fatullah Rahmat. In the here and now, though, it's Tanjong Pagar who are mounting a comeback, or trying to at least. Shodai Nishikawa with a set-piece opportunity. As he looks for a teammate, doesn't find one, it's Ichikawa. Shakir Hamza has kept it alive. Blake Rishuto. Hairul was off his line quickly. Khairul Amri. Shakir Hamza with the ball. Blake Rishuto. The Aussie with the header. Went just wide. Once again, Amri doing ever so well to Shakir Hamza, who then picked out Blake Rishuto. Unfortunately, the Aussie's header was just wide of the post. As Geylang International played out from the back, Barry Maguire looking for Moresh, finds Moresh. Danny Kim looking for the overlap. Ashukri's run out of space there. Here comes Farid Samit. Blake Rishuto. Barry Maguire taking no chances, launches it far and wide. Fatullah wins the header in the middle of the park. Shodai's done well to take it under control and picks out Luis Junior. Looking for the run. Barry Maguire on the scene to calm things down. And then picked out Faisal Roslan, who looked to just ease the pressure on the Eagles' back line. Once again, Amy Rekha, and this time Shakir Hamza tussling. Sharin to Luis Junior. To Shodai. Sharin Sabrin. To Zarfan Rohazat. Blake Rishuto looking to win the header, has done it. Anaki Ismit. Khairul Amri's done ever so well. Looking for the overlap of Anaki, who got the ball. Unfortunately, not much direction in the pass, as Barry Maguire arrived on the scene to just clear things up. At the moment, though, it's clearly all Tanjong Pagar who are looking to peg one more back, as Moresh looks to carry the ball forward. Runs into a blue and white wall, and eventually Zarfan Rohaizat is on hand to clear the ball. Sharin to Fatullah, to Shakir. Only as far as a Geylang International player as Christopher Van Huysen. Looks for a pink shirt. It is Moresh who's eventually got it. Farid Samit on the scene to just mop things up and launch the next Tanjong Pagar foray forward. It's Rio Nishiguchi who's now in a more central position to Luis Junior, who's taken a shot, got it on target. Hairul parried, and thankfully his back line completed the clearance. Danger's not over yet as Anaki looks to launch a ball in. Blake Rishuto has space and time. Barry Maguire on hand to deny the shot approaching the goal. As it goes all the way back to Zarfan Rohaizat. Shakir Hamza looking for Rio Nishiguchi. Can Shodai Nishikawa keep this alive? Yes, he can. Ashukri helping out Faisal Roslan in defense. And that looks like that will be the water break midway through the second half. Just over 17 minutes left to play in this contest in regulation time. If you're just joining us, a very warm welcome and welcome to the Jurong East Stadium. It is Geylang International who lead 3-1 against Tanjong Pagar United as it stands, with the final quarter of the match still to play. Geylang, of course, scoring all 3 of their goals in the first half. Ilhan Noor scoring 2, and Shakir Hamza, unfortunately, putting into the back of his own net. Luis Junior, though, has pulled one back for the Jaguars in the second half, and that set us up for what should be an enticing, exciting finish to this match, as well as to game week 13 in the Singapore Premier League. Tanjong Pagar, of course, have lost just 1 in their last 5 games. They do have it all to do if they are to avoid defeat here against Geylang International. For Geylang, this will be an important second consecutive win. It does look like there is a substitution for Geylang International amidst that break. The man in your picture, Izdin Shafiq, has come on. I do think it is for number 4, Danny Kim. As Tanjong Pagar continue their onslaught of the Geylang goal. Shodai Nishikawa with the ball in. The judge to have gone out of play on the way in, and it's gone out for a goal kick for Geylang International. There's a bit of afters here between the players. Blake Rishuto I do beg your pardon, Danny Kim is still in action. Izdin Shafiq, the man in your picture, has come on for number 49, Elijah Lim. Confirmation of the substitution, the second of the day for Geylang International. Just looking for a bit of security in the middle of the park as they look to tide over this Tanjong Pagar wave and look to keep themselves in their secure position of a 2-goal advantage to secure all 3 points. There is going to be another substitution. It does look like Anaki Ismit is about to be replaced by number 5, Emerick Ong. Also, the second change of the day for the Jaguars. Anaki Ismit scored in his last outing against Hougang, hasn't managed to replicate it today, and he is replaced by number 5, Emerick Ong. There's Faisal to Moresh. Amy. Farid Samit has done ever so well. Rio Nishiguchi looking for a teammate, couldn't find a teammate. As Tanjong Pagar look to come again, keeping possession with Farid Samit, who's done ever so well. And Izdin Shafiq has drawn a foul as his first course of action since coming off the bench. Khairul Amri in a tussle with Ichikawa, and Barry Maguire wins a throw, or not. It has gone out off Amri in the end for Ichikawa to get us started with this Geylang International throw. Shakir. Luis Junior tries to pick out his strike partner, Khairul Amri. Unfortunately, it's the pink wall that's come in the way of that. The danger's not over that as Faisal Roslan looks to clear the danger. Ashukri. Blake Moresh has done ever so well to turn his defender. And here comes Moresh running at the Tanjong Pagar goal. This is a chance for Moresh, and that's an important save. And that was a chance for Amy Reka to give his team a comfortable cushion. Unfortunately, he could not send his shot goalward. And Tanjong Pagar live to fight another day. Once again, it was Mateus Moresh, the architect, bombing forward before drawing a sharp save from Azarfan Rohaizat. And they come again here. It's Moresh. Flag has stayed down. Mateus Moresh. Sharin Sabrin went in all-blooded. And Moresh has stayed down and looks to be in pain as Tanjong Pagar are playing on here. And Moresh continues to be on the deck. But Tanjong Pagar are continuing to play, and they have every right to do so. Oh, it's boiling over here between Isdin and Luis Junior and Blake Rishuto as well. As you can see, the match officials are quickly on the scene to just quell things down. Let's have another look. Moresh found himself in space. Along came Sharin Sabrin. Oh, that was the first chance, I do beg your pardon. It was Moresh who had the shot on target before Afiq Noor. That was the challenge that left Moresh in a lot of pain on the deck. It does look like he's got up and back to his feet. That's a ball in by Faritz. Amri's kept it alive. Shaki Hamza and Barry Maguire coming together in the box. Nothing's given as Barry Maguire leads the charge here for Geylang. He's laid it off to Emi Reka, who's got Christopher Van Huysen for company. Emi Reka goes at it alone, denied by a Tanjong Pagar United player. And just about 10 minutes left to play in the game between Tanjong Pagar United and Geylang International, and things are really reaching a boil. It's Moresh. Nishiguchi on hand to defend. Ashukri. Confirmation of the yellow card amid that slight melee. It's Isdin Shafiq who's got himself into the book. Done ever so well, Emi Reka to pick out Ashukri. No foul, says the referee, as Ashukri hit the deck. Oh, Luis Junior also got a yellow card amidst all of that for his, shall we say, coming together with Isdin Shafiq. And Geylang fans in attendance are making lots of noise to cheer their team on into these final 10 minutes in what will be a very, very important victory away from home. It's Moresh who looks for Amy. Emi Reka has found Moresh, who's done well to beat Shodai Nishikawa, who didn't let Moresh through, and as a result has given away a free kick in an attacking position. And unsurprisingly, Geylang won't be in a rush to get things going. There's the man on the ball, Emi Reka. It's a two-man wall formed by Shoda Nishikawa and Fatullah Rahmat. Zarfat Rohaizat urges them to move over to block the angle. Played short by Emi. It's Moresh. Sharin got in the way. They're just not over as Van Huysen heads it back. Moresh has done ever so well. Unfortunately, dragged his shot wide. Moresh may not be on the score sheet today, but has always looked lively. How about this for first touch, then a second, and then a shot, which unfortunately wasn't on target. Amri. Emmerich. Christopher Van Huysen looking to make an impact since coming off the bench. Ashukri. Ichikawa. It does look like there's been a bit of a shuffle in the Geylang backline. with Faisal Roslan now partnering Afiq Yunus. And Barry Maguire there at the bottom of your picture has come out to the left-back position. I will keep an eye on that to see if it's a tactical configuration for the final 10 minutes. Fatullah has done ever so well to gather possession for Tanjong Pagar. Second time of asking, looking for a teammate. Ryo Nishiguchi heads it on to Shodai Nishikawa. Luis Junior has 2 players for company. Barry Maguire was not giving him any space. And the flag has stayed down for Mauritius, as Sharin Sabrin denied him the passage through. It's Christopher Van Hoosen who had eyes for goal. Unfortunately, his shot was nowhere close. Zarfan Raizat looking for Shodai Nishikawa. Has done well to pick him out. Ryo Nishiguchi. As Luis Junior finds Nishiguchi. And Nishiguchi's all the way into the Geylang box. Hairul Sherhan showing great reflexes to jump on the ball, pounce on the ball, and grab hold of it. Here was Ryo Nishiguchi who put the ball into an inviting area. And with a few blue and white shirts lurking, Hairul was taking no chances. Blake Rushuto to Farid Samit. The clock is ticking for the Jaguars. If they do want to steal something from this game, they need a goal and they need it quick. Fatullah. Coming together between Ichikawa and Emmerich. And it's Ichikawa who's won the free kick. Yuki Ichikawa, captain of the Eagles. Had a bit of a troublesome start to the year. Has looked fairly comfortable, and I must say the addition of Afiq Yunus to the back line has helped him. And helped the Geylang backline as a whole. Christopher Van Hoosen will unsurprisingly just keep it in this part of the pitch. Emre Gong denies Christopher the crossing opportunity and has gone out for a Geylang International throw-in as the clock winds down to the final 5 minutes here at the Jurong East Stadium. Geylang International leading 3-1 against Tanjong Pagar United. A win that will see them move 3 points clear of Tanjong Pagar in the table. Moresh is down in the box in what may have been a coming together as they look to jostle for positions and places ahead of the throw-in by Ichikawa. He looks well enough to argue his case. It does look like Farid Samit is the man in the middle. Let's have another look just at the bottom of your picture. It did look like there was a flailing arm. It's one of those incidents you're grateful there's no VAR in the Singapore Premier League, because if that went for a check, I'm pretty sure Farid Samit might be in a bit of trouble. Ichikawa is now on the deck, and it remains a Geylang International throw-in. Van Hoosen. A third consecutive throw for Geylang International. It does look like likely to be a substitution happening for Geylang very soon. It's finally broken a spell of Geylang throws and is now a Tanjong Pagar throw. Here comes Ashukri Wahid. Sharin Sabrin denying him the opportunity to cross. And it does look like that will be the final action for Ashukri Wahid. What a shift the youngsters put in. He's going to be replaced by number 6, Umar Akbar. In your picture there, number 14, Ashukri Wahid. An outstanding shift for the diminutive midfielder. On comes Umar Akbar, as Geylang International just look to shore things up. And you can hear the Geylang International fans urging their team on to hold on. It is a long delay here for Geylang International as they decide. And it's Ichikawa who's come across, take the throw. Unsurprisingly, plenty of noise being made about the delay in the throw. Ichikawa picks up a yellow card for his play in, I guess you call it, time wasting. And still, we are no closer to understanding what is happening here. In the end, it's a corner that Christopher Van Huysen has taken short. There's another corner that's been taken short again. And it's a throw-in now. And Geylang International conducting a masterclass in game management here, I believe you call it. That's the professional term, as they look to close in on what will be important 3 points. You can see the urgency in Blake Rishuto's face as he gets the ball to a teammate to get started again. Khairul Amri launches it long for Shodai to take under control. He doesn't. Afiq Yunus on hand to get in the way of that foray forward. Izdin Shafiq anywhere will do for Izdin, as Zarfan Rohaizat gets us started from the back. Farid Samit. Confirmation of the yellow card earlier for Yuki Ichikawa, the Geylang International custodian. Captain, I do beg your pardon, receiving the 4th yellow card for his team on the night. The clock is ticking and it is winding down. And it does look like there will be 4 minutes of added time. Confirmation of the 4 additional minutes for Tanjong Pagar to somehow pull a rabbit out of the bag. It does look unlikely, but never say never in football, as Rio Nishiguchi comes again. Nishiguchi with Izdin for company. He's run out of space there, Nishiguchi. And this will play nicely into the hands of Geylang International, who are just looking to run the clock down. Nishiguchi hasn't had much in the way of clear-cut opportunities today. I must say, apart from Luis Junior's goal in the second half, Tanjong Pagar have offered precious little going forward. Khairul Amri to Shaki Hamza, to Fatullah, looking for a teammate. Faisal Roslan will let this run out for a goal kick, as Geylang International close in on what will be a crucial 3 points. They've only got 3 wins all season, and they can smell win number 4 now. A win that will send them 3 points clear in 5th position if they are to hold on. Coming together between Blake and Umar in the middle of your picture. Umar getting told, the substitute. And you can see the 4th official is on hand to just calm things down for Noali. Shaki Hamza has a chance. Found himself in an interesting opportunity to bring his attacking colleagues into the fray. Unfortunately, Shaki Hamza wasn't able to. With the flick and receiving the return from Blake. Unfortunately, couldn't do much in the way of creating an opportunity for his teammates. Shaki Hamza has had a quiet second half, and considering the first half he had, conceding 3 goals, including scoring an own goal, I'm sure he would have been much happier with being out of the headlines in the second 45. Unfortunately for him, it does look like his Tanjong Pagar account will start with a loss. Shodai Nishikawa, just under a minute to play here at the Jurong East Stadium, and that's an interesting flick from Blake Rishuto. Umar. Moresh. Blake does ever so well to gather possession to Emmerich. Sharin. Looking for a teammate. Nishiguchi. Rio Nishiguchi. One last hurrah for Tanjong Pagar. Khairul Amri offside. That could be that, as I'm sure Geylang International will be keen to run the clock down. Told as he might, Amri hasn't had the impact he would have wanted to have after coming on as a half-time substitute. Overcomes Khairul Shirhan, who apart from a few fairly routine saves has had precious little to do. And it's Umar Akbar who chases it down into the corner. There's Emmerich for company. And it's Emmerich who's won the ball in that tussle. And that is that at the Jurong East Stadium. It is the Eagles who have arrived at the home of the Jaguars, and it is Geylang International who've clinched an important 3-1 victory over Tanjong Pagar United. The comeback continues for Noor Ali's team as 2 wins on the trot for the Eagles. High fives all round for the team who came in pink and looked very, very pretty in the first half. 2 goals for Ilhan Noor and an unfortunate own goal for Shaki Hamza before Luis Junior pulled one back for Tanjong Pagar. But in the end, it was too little, too late for the Jaguars. And this victory, of course, gives Geylang International breathing space as they move up to 5th in the table, 3 points ahead of tonight's opponent. Geylang International now sitting 5th with 13 points, ahead of Tanjong Pagar in 6th with 10 points. There you have it, the final score at the Jurong East Stadium. Geylang International 3, Tanjong Pagar United 1. Let's have a look at the highlights to see how things unfolded at the Jurong East Stadium. It was Ilhan Noor who got us underway after 13 minutes. Barry Maguire with the ball in. Moresh with the touch. Ilhan Noor flicking it past Zarfan Ruhaizat to get the Eagles up and running. And that was 1-0 Geylang International after 13 minutes. Ilhan Noor involved in the second again. His speculative long ball forward put a foot race between Shaki and Amy, and then Shaki did this. Zarfan Ruhaizat in no man's land as Shaki Hamza headed the ball into an empty net to score an unfortunate own goal on his Jaguars debut. And that gave Geylang International a 2-goal advantage after 35 minutes. The Eagles weren't done just yet. Amy Reka looking for Moresh in the box, found him, his shot denied by Zarfan, but Ilhan Noor at the right place at the right time to make it 3-0 to Geylang, who are in front and in charge in a big way at this point. Into the second half, and Tanjong Pagar did make a couple of changes looking to inflict, but it was Moresh again who came close to extending Geylang's advantage. Tanjong Pagar, though, would eventually breach the Geylang International back line. Unsurprisingly, it was Luis Junior with goal number 8 of the season. But it's the Geylang fans who are left celebrating here at the Jurong East Stadium. Let's have another look at the goal. Luis Junior knocking home to give Tanjong Pagar a lifeline. Amri, the halftime substitute, involved. Blake Rusciuto with the flick. Luis Junior with the goal. At this point, it was 3-1 to Geylang International. And that set us up for a grandstand finish as Blake Rusciuto came close with this header. Unfortunately, the Aussie couldn't find the target. And Moresh is always going to be a lifeline for Geylang. And he had a chance, denied only by the excellent save of Zarfan Rohaizat. And it's the Eagles who've arrived at the Jurong East Stadium and left the Jaguars in their wake. An important win for Geylang International. A fourth win of the season. A second consecutive win since the season has resumed. Here's a look at the full-time stats. In terms of shots, it was Geylang International who had 15 compared to Tanjong Pagar's 12. 7 on target for Geylang. They scored 3 of those. And there was a fair bit of yellow cards, 4 for Geylang and 3 for Tanjong Pagar. And there's a look at the table, confirmation of where it stands at the end of match week 13. Geylang International moving into 5th. 13 points now for Geylang International, 3 points ahead of 6th place Tanjong Pagar. Balster Khalsa in 7th, in 9th, and Young Lions at the bottom in 7th. And the football doesn't stop in the Singapore Premier League. We do have plenty of football left to be played ahead of the National Day weekend. It doesn't get any easier for Tanjong Pagar United. They go up against league leaders and reigning champions Albrechts Niigata. That's coming to you on the 6th of August at 7:45 p.m. And then it's the Young Lions against Hougang United. That's on the 7th of August at 5:30 p.m. And then it's Balestier Khalsa and the Lion City Sailors who will lock horns on the 8th of August, National Day Eve at 5:30 p.m. All those games will be live to you across Facebook, Singtel and StarHub. We do hope you've enjoyed the action in the Singapore Premier League. The final score here at the Jurong East Stadium, it's Geylang International who've secured a comfortable 3-1 win over Tanjong Pagar United. Have a good week. We'll see you soon.